All right, let's just get started. Welcome to the Home Business Mastermind Success. What in the heck am I doing? Let's play some music. Okay, let's try this again. Welcome to the Home Business Success Podcast. I'm Ralph, and boy, I got off to a really good start today. I'm feeling pretty nice, pretty happy. Just got off our Grow Rich Mastermind call not too long ago. Got energized and just kind of forgot what I was doing here. But yeah, what I thought I would do in today's podcast is talk about two quotes by Jim Rohn, talking about business and how business really needs to be conducted. And when Jim Rohn first said these quotes, he was a product of the old-fashioned school of sales. He was definitely old school. He was of the belly-to-belly type, you talk to people face-to-face, or you call them up on the phone. He really wasn't a product of the computer age, but what I am finding in my own experience is that this wisdom of Jim Rohn was true back when he first said it, and it still holds true today. And the first quote I'd like to start with is, "Sales is a person-to-person business." Going to say that again. Sales is a person-to-person business. The way I like to think of this is, if you're real with people, if you're honest with people, then people will be real and honest with you. And the problem that a lot of beginners will have in sales is that, we really don't feel confident. And we really want to hide behind a computer screen, behind, some sort of a forum where we really don't have to show our face, where we really don't have to put ourselves on the line too much, because people in the beginning, they lack skill, they lack confidence, and until you've done it for a little while, it takes you some time to get that level of confidence built up. So what folks will do in the computer age now is that they'll try to do social media marketing online, where all they do is they get into a group on Facebook or wherever, and they'll just spam their link. Or they will try to put up an advertisement saying, hey, join, Bob's new business thing. And they'll have a link there where people can click on it to join. And they will expect people to just click on that link and join their business. That used to work a few years ago. Doesn't really work that well anymore, because there's just so much online now, so many questionable offers, so many scams out there and traps that you can fall into, that a lot of times people nowadays will not click on a link until they get to know you. They want to know who you are as a person. Because right now, it's so easy getting your phone infected or cloned by clicking on a random link that you find online, or getting your computer infected or held ransomware, get your computer held hostage for, $500,000 in Bitcoin, something like that, just by clicking on a random link. And a lot of people are justifiably concerned about clicking on random links from strangers. So that's why you do a better job doing online business if you let people know who you are. And so I'm finding that even in the computer age, that one piece of wisdom by Jim Rohn still applies. sales is a person-to-person business. Now, we do have a lot of talk out there about AI, about bots, and, people are now sending out their offers that we have a cold DM chat bot that will send out 100,000 plus cold DMs, and this will get you like 3 to 5 sales calls a week coming into you. And that sounds like a good deal in the beginning because, a lot of people hear that last part, get 3 to 5 sales calls coming into you. And that is a pretty good deal. But consider how many cold DMs it takes to get that number of calls. Maybe 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 10,000 a week. I mean, the one offer that I read that a guy pitched me was that it would send out 100,000 plus cold DMs, and in return, I could expect to receive 3 to 5 sales calls a week. And you do the math on that. That's not even 1%. That's not even 0.1%. That is just an incredibly low percentage rate of converting, cold market to a warm buyer calling you wanting to know more about your opportunity. That's like, what is it, even 0.01%? Way lower than 1%. But it does work if you're willing to give it time, because there's another quote that I'll get into by Jim Rohn. You can make up in numbers what you lack in skills. And so, these cold DM chatbots, they don't have the same human skills as a human being has. They're not very good when it comes to communicating as one human being to another, but they do a great job on just spamming out your message to a bunch of random people online. And you can, if you're sending out 100,000 or 20,000, 10,000 cold emails or DMs every day, you can expect to get some traffic out of that. But what's the quality of that traffic going to be? And are they going to make a sale before they have a chance to talk to you in person? Maybe so, but I would say maybe not, because people do want to do business with other people. And I believe as we get deeper and deeper into this new AI generation, this age of artificial intelligence, where people are now making YouTube videos and miniature movies using just artificial intelligence. Some of that stuff is pretty darn good. It can be entertaining, but we are going to see people missing talking to real live human beings and interacting with real live human beings. And I think we are eventually going to see a backlash. I believe we are seeing this already, where people are going to be shying away from business offers that are being spammed out by artificial intelligence bots. And we are going to see people seeking out other people, wanting to know, will you do business with me? Or can I do business with you? And I think that old saying by Jim Rohn is going to hold true even in the computer age, far into the foreseeable future, that sales is a person-to-person business, a human-to-human business. And so if you're in any kind of sales right now, if you are wanting to get sales, maybe right now you're not doing a very good job of getting sales, of having people that are interested, striking up conversations with strangers. And it's a skill set that you do need to develop, but it's like any other muscle. It's like any other skill. The more you do it, the better you will get at it over time. Your first few sales calls that you try to make, or your first few contacts that you try to make on social media, talking to people, in the chat or in the DMs or in the comment sections, you're going to suck in the very beginning if you've never done this before. But the more that you do it, the more that you persevere, the better you will get at it. And the more that you do it, the better you will get at it. It may take you a few weeks, it may take you a few months, but if you stick to it, do it on a regular basis, you will get better and better and better. And as you improve, as you're able to present yourself as a real person on social media and not as some fake, spammy, who knows what type of an individual or entity, because in AI right now, the AI generation, you can create a totally fictitious person using AI and have it talk for you on social media, on YouTube. And people know this. And personally, I don't want to do business with a computer-generated image. I want to do business with a real human being. And the better you get at being a real human being and talking with other human beings, the more sales you will begin to make, the easier it will get. And you will go from the feeling of, oh God, I wish I could make a sale, to just having sales coming in and thinking, this is easy. In our Home Business Academy, we have people that I have listened to and kind of masterminded with over the last several months. And we have a few people that come in saying, you know what? When I first got started in affiliate marketing, it was the hardest thing in the world for me to make a sale. And now I've just learned. You get on camera, you get on TikTok, get on YouTube, get on a live, just hang out, be yourself, and man, those sales are just coming in now. This is a skill set that you can learn. Not many people have it right off the bat. Some people do. Some people have the gift of gab. They're natural-born salespeople. And this is where, people get the idea that salespeople are born and not made. Balderdash to that. But yeah, there are people that are naturally gifted with the gift of gab. They're comfortable talking to absolute strangers. And, I envy those people as an introvert myself. But anybody, even extreme introverts, can learn how to talk to people with practice, with patience, with practice, and just doing it consistently. And one thing that I heard, again, in our Home Business Academy, one of our trainers, he recommends that people start off slow. Don't try to just get on Facebook and DM like 20 or 30 people. What he recommends is just DM 2 people every day and then follow up with those people throughout the week. But just pick a small number that you can stick to consistently. Give it about 60 days doing that consistently. And he said when he first got started in affiliate marketing, doing it on Facebook, that's the strategy that he was using. And at the end of 60 days, and he being an extreme introvert, he started getting sales coming in just using that strategy. But he emphasizes that you have to do this consistently, not just DM 2 people one day and then take off a week and then try it again. No, this has to be done every day, 5 days a week. If you want to take the weekend off, which is something I recommend because you do need time to refocus, recharge, or you can do it 7 days, whatever. But just pick a time schedule that works for you and do this consistently. And be sure to follow up. And just keep on it. 30 days to build a new habit, pretty much the minimum that I know of, that I'm aware of. And then you stick with it another 30 days, do 60 days, and you're getting better, and you should start seeing sales coming in. But you got to stick with it consistently. And if it takes you a little longer, if you're a slow learner, that's okay. I would recommend stick with it. If online sales is something that you want to do, if you want to get that magic internet money coming into your bank account, then it's worth putting a few months of practice into it. Maybe 6 months, maybe a year. Depends on how long it takes you to learn and on how much you want to make it happen. One thing that we always hear, one thing that I always say in this industry is that results are not typical. Some people who have the natural gift of gab that do really well talking to people are very comfortable, talking to strangers. They can usually do pretty well in sales and they can get traction pretty much right away. In one of our masterminds that we have, again, in our Home Business Academy, we have a What's Working Now mastermind on Monday nights. And we had 2 guys just came into the program. They were both, I think, into their first week in the program, and they were making sales. One guy had about $1,000 in sales, and I believe he said he was in his first week with the business. Now, he had some previous experience in network marketing and affiliate marketing. And I think the other guy, too, had some previous experience in doing YouTube and TikTok and things like that. So they brought a lot of experience to the enterprise. But yeah, they were able to make sales their first week. Will the average beginner be able to do that? Most likely, no. But if you stick with it, if you stay learning, if you stay committed to the process, and you're willing to give it as long as it takes, then eventually you will get there. So that's why I say, why everybody in this industry pretty much is required to say, results are not typical. Your results will definitely vary depending upon your level of skill, your teachability, your trainability, and your work ethic, and other factors. But if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to be consistent, if you're willing to set yourself a work schedule that you can keep to on a regular basis, then I am firmly convinced that anybody can do online sales. But you got to start with something that you love. Start with something that you can afford to get involved in. Because, some business opportunities, they have a startup cost. Some will have a monthly membership fee. Some will recommend that you do paid advertising, like solo ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, things like that. And still others will encourage you to do, free lead generation techniques, like social media marketing, like making YouTube videos and TikTok videos and things like that. But you have to pick something that resonates with you, something that you can afford to stick with for as long as it takes until you start making sales, and something that you feel good about. Because if you are selling something that you feel good about, something that you believe in, something that you use yourself, and something that you see the value in, you will communicate that to other people just by the way you talk. But if you're trying to sell something that you don't really believe in, that you really don't trust, that you really don't feel good about, then you're going to be talking to other people kind of like this. Well, some people say it's not a scam, but I don't know. Could be, maybe so, maybe not. You will not be able to get yourself energized to really put a lot of feeling into your sales presentations. And people will be able to pick up on that, even in direct messages on Facebook or X or LinkedIn. People will be able to pick up on whether you actually believe in the products that you're selling and the program that you're selling, or whether you're just trying to do it just for money and it's a scam and you're just hoping you don't get caught. People will pick up on that. So find something you can stick with long term. Find something solid, legit, something that you believe in, something you feel strongly about, and just rock with that business. But again, don't think that you can take shortcuts. You can take shortcuts, but they're not very effective. You can pay, I don't know, how much money a month it would cost to really send out 1,000 or 100,000 cold DMs. And again, I'm not sure if that was weekly or monthly, but 100,000 cold DMs in order to get 3 to 5 sales calls coming in a week. I don't know how much that would cost. The guy that pitched me that offer, I kind of told him I wasn't interested before I got all the details, because I don't like doing spam marketing like that. I like the person-to-person approach. But yeah, if you can afford to do things like that, if you can afford to buy an email list of 100,000 names and just mail them out each and every day, there are programs out there that will let you do that. And yeah, if you send out enough cold emails, cold marketing emails, or cold DMs, you will eventually get a buyer coming in every once in a while. But your success rate is not going to be that good. We're talking like under 1% conversion rate, most likely. But if you do it the human way, person to person, remembering that sales is a person-to-person business, then you can just talk to people for free on social media. Let them get the chance to know, like, and trust you. Eventually, they will give you their email address, and then you can put them in your autoresponder if you want, or email them personally, however you like to do it. I've seen marketers do it both ways. And just talk to them. And eventually you will get so good at talking to people, figuring out, okay, what they like, what they need, what they want, and whether or not you have a product that could really help them. You will get so good at doing that you will start to make sales. But again, it takes time to build up. And I think that viewing sales as a person-to-person business, this is an evergreen piece of wisdom that will always be true, even in the computer age, even in the age of artificial intelligence. Dale Carnegie, back in the early 1900s, said much the same thing. Jim Rohn picked up on that. Tony Robbins picked up on that. Other people have picked up on that. I have picked up on that. I think people 100 years from now will be picking up these books, reading these little bits of wisdom, and saying, yep, still holds true today, even in the quantum computing age. Because one thing about human beings is that we like other human beings. Maybe, we may say we don't from time to time. I've known people I've gone to college with and been in business with for a while. They used to say, I'm a real people person. And then they get in business, they get in sales, they get into the human resources department, and they get flooded with a bunch of, problems that other people have. And then for a while, they'll start saying, I hate people. I don't like people. But, that's really, it's a sign of burnout more than anything else, I think. But once you find your own humanity and you're able to touch the humanity of other people, then it's a whole new ballgame. And you will get to the point where you are a lover of human beings and no longer wanting to hide behind a computer screen, behind an AI chatbot, behind artificial intelligence. Now, don't get me wrong. Artificial intelligence is good. It's got its purpose. I use it for, suggesting topics for me for videos. I'll get some ideas using artificial intelligence. I'll do some research doing artificial intelligence, and then I'll double check it with another AI bot, because AI bots can make mistakes. They are far from perfect. So I will use AI to generate some new ideas, get some information, and then I'll check it out on my own to verify its accuracy. But I don't use AI to write sales letters for me. I used to. And I got looking at some of those sales letters and I thought, this sucks. I mean, it's good if you're a different human being, if you're a different person. It's really good if you're an AI bot, but it's not the way I talk. It's not the way I like presenting myself to other people. So I quit doing that. And right now, looking back, I'm kind of sorry that I ever used AI to craft sales, email marketing emails for me. Because, I know the people on my list, they could tell. It suddenly went from Ralph talking to them in their email box to this other unknown entity just coming out of nowhere claiming to be Ralph. And, I noticed that my engagement rate on those emails went down. But when I went back to being myself and writing my own emails, things picked up dramatically, because once again, sales is a person-to-person business. AI has its uses as far as generating fresh ideas, doing research, things like that. But when it comes right down to it, you've got to put yourself out there, let people know who you are when you're writing an email, when you're sending a DM, however it is you do your marketing. You need to let people know it's you and not some bot. So that's it. Wisdom of Jim Rohn. Sales is a person-to-person business. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Yeah, you can send out 100,000 cold DMs, maybe get some sales, because you can make up in numbers what you lack in skills. But if you really want to gain traction, talking to people cannot be beat. Get comfortable with it. Get used to it. Start doing it on a daily basis consistently, and your sales will start to pick up. All right, thank you for dropping by. This is Ralph signing out. Thanks again, and we'll catch you in the next broadcast. Take care.